Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit. Interpreted and narrated by Wendy. Matit Yahu, Matthew, chapter 27. When the morning came, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Yahushua to put him to death. And when they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Then Yehuda, who had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders again, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed innocent blood. But they said, What is that to us? Look at yourself. Therefore he threw down the pieces of silver in the temple, and departed, and went, and hanged himself. Then the chief priests took the silver pieces and said, It is not lawful to put them in the treasury, because it is the price of blood. So they took counsel and bought the potter's field to bury strangers. This is why the field is called the field of blood to this day. Then what had been spoken by Yirmiyahu the prophet was fulfilled, saying, And they took 30 pieces of silver, the price of him whom was valued, whom the children of Yeshariel valued, and gave them for the potter's field, as Adun appointed. Furthermore, Yehoshua stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Are you the king of the Yehudim? Therefore Yehoshua said to him, You have spoken. Yet he answered nothing when the chief priests and elders accused him. So Pilate asked him, Do you not hear how many things they witness against you? But he did not answer a word to him, such that the governor marveled greatly. Now at the feast the governor was known to release a prisoner to the people, whom they wanted. Also they had a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore when they were gathered together, Pilate asked them, Whom do you want me to release to you, Barabbas or Yehoshua, who is called Mashiach? For he knew that it was because of envy that they had delivered him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife went to him, saying, Have nothing to do with this righteous man, for I have suffered many things in a dream today because of him. However, the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask for Barabbas and destroy Yehoshua. The governor replied and asked them, Which of the two shall I release to you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate said to them, Then what should I do with Yehoshua, who is called Mashiach? Everyone said to him, Let him be crucified. Therefore the governor asked, Why? What evil has he done? But they cried out more, saying, Let him be crucified. When Pilate saw that he could not prevail, rather an uproar was made, he took water and washed hands before the multitude, saying, Behold, I am innocent of the blood of this righteous person. Then all the people answered and said, His blood is upon us and upon our children. Therefore he released Barabbas to them. Also, once Yehoshua was beaten, he had him delivered to be crucified. Then the soldiers of the governor took Yehoshua into the common hall, and the entire band gathered to him, and they stripped him and put a scarlet robe upon him, and they made a crown of thorns, putting it upon his head, and a reed in his right hand. Then they bowed the knee before him, and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Yehudim! Then they spit upon him, and took the reed and struck him on the head. And after that they mocked him. They took the robe off of him and put his own clothes on him, and led him away to be crucified. And as they came out, they found a man of Gurini, Shimaun by name. They compelled him to carry his cross. And when they had come to a place called Golgotha, which is to say, a place of the skull, they gave him vinegar mingled with gall to drink. But when he tasted it, he would not drink. Then they crucified him, and parted his garments, casting lots, so that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture they casted lots. And sitting down there, they watched him. Also, placed over his head, his accusation was written, "This is Yehoshua, the king of the Yehudim." Then 2 thieves were crucified with him, one on the right hand and another on the left. Furthermore, those who passed by reviled him, shaking their heads and saying, "You who would destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the son of Alua, come down from the cross." Likewise, the chief priest with the scribes and elders mocked also, saying, "He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he is the king of Yisrael, let him come down from the cross now, and we will believe him. He trusted in all. Now let him deliver him, if he will have him. For he said, 'I am the son of Alua.'" The thieves who were crucified with him ridiculed him also. Now from the 6th hour until the 9th hour there was darkness all over the land. And about the 9th hour Yehoshua cried with a loud voice, saying, "Ali, Ali, lama azabetni," which is to say, my all, why have you forsaken me?" Some of those who stood there, when they heard that, said, "He calls for Aliyah." Therefore one of them ran quickly and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. The rest said, "Let it be. Let us see if Aliyah will come to save him." When Yehoshua cried with a loud voice again, he released the Ruach Kodesh. And behold, the veil of the temple was torn in 2 from the top to the bottom, and the earth quaked, and the rocks tore. Furthermore, the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints who slept arose and came out of the graves after the resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared to many. And when the centurion and those who were with him watching Yehoshua saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, "Truly this was the son of Alua." And many women who followed Yehoshua from Galilee, ministering to him, were there, standing afar off. Among them were Miriam Magdalite, and Miriam the mother of Jacob and Yusuf, and the mother of Zebedee's children. When the evening came, a rich man named Yusuf of Ramatayim, who was a student of Yehoshua, came there also. He went to Pilate and begged for the body of Yehoshua. So Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Yusuf had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had chiseled in a rock. And he rolled a great stone for the door of the sepulchre and departed. Furthermore, Miriam Magdalite and the other Miriam were sitting there, facing the sepulchre. Now the next day, which followed the day of preparation, the chief priests and Perushim came to Pilate together, saying, "Sir, we remember what that deceiver said while he was still alive. After 3 days I will rise again. Therefore, command that the sepulchre is made secure until the 3rd day, lest his Talmudim come by night and steal him away. Then say to the people, 'He has risen from the dead,' so that the last error is worse than the first." Pilate said to them, "You have guards. Go your way and make it as secure as you can." So they went and made the sepulchre secure, sealing the stone and setting the guards.